And we welcome you to Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School tonight. Video Productions presents Postseason Girls High School Basketball. As tonight it's a Region 3 in Class 4A. It's the number 6 seed, the Riverside Warriors. They're 5-16. They take on the number 3 team, the Lady Beckley Flying Eagles. They're 11-8. Hello again, everybody. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas. We have the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing, and Jackie Moon on camera. And Eric, I'll have to tell you, this is one of my favorite time of years when you're talking about postseason, win or go home.
Yeah, you and me both, and we talked about it all leading up to the end of February. It's about to flip the calendar to the month of March, and the madness begins. But we get one day early start on it with the girls lining up tonight.
And these two teams played one regular season game, and they played the game down at Riverside. That game was played back on the 13th of February, so you're looking at just a couple weeks ago, and Beckley won that game handily, 56-24. Now, I know that was then. This is now. It's the postseason, and now with the postseason, everything all the way through to the state championship, and girls and boys both this year, Eric, is one and done. There's no mulligan like it was in the past where you could lose a game and still play your way back into the state tournament. Not this year under this new format.
Yeah, and this new format really puts a pressure on teams because you say what you want to. A lot of teams went into it going, hey, if we lost, maybe we get a redo, we get a mulligan, a golf term.
Right.
But, hey, that a lot more pressure on you is added because it's one and done. You got to put all your eggs in the basket tonight, and whoever comes out victorious moves on to the next round.
Right. This is Region 3, and the way it's set up, and just to give you an idea of how this breaks down, the number 1 seed overall in the region is St. Albans. The number 2 seed is George Washington. As we mentioned, Beckley comes in at 3 plays 6, so the winner of this game tonight will advance to play George Washington on Tuesday at George Washington, and then the winner of that game will advance to the state tournament. On the other side, you've got 4 and 5 playing. You've got Oak Hill against South Charleston. Oak Hill's the 4 seed rather. They're hosting South Charleston tonight at Oak Hill. The winner of that will take on St. Albans. And I like the way it's set up, Eric. The only thing I don't like is that when you get the 2 winners on Tuesday, they don't play. In my opinion, they should play, and that should help determine seeding at the state tournament. I think all the winners of the region should be seeded 1 through 4, and all the runner-up of the region should be seeded 5 through 8. But what do I know?
Yeah, and the thing is, that's common sense, and that's not to knock, the SSAC. That's why it sounds good. But think about what you're saying, and to put a little more emphasis on it. So they already know how the seeds are going to be. And I don't think that's right.
Well, the only thing I can tell you this, and to answer, I think I'm going to answer this, and you tell me if I'm answering the right question. I spoke to Beckley Athletic Director Andrew Pennick, and he said that they have a Zoom meeting on Monday morning at 9 o'clock. If Beckley wins, it'll be Beckley on the Zoom meeting. Of course, if Riverside wins, it'll be the Riverside Athletic Director on the Zoom meeting. And then they will seed on Tuesday for the state tournament. So going into Tuesday's game, before they play, state tournament seedings will already be determined based on who wins. And if you're a higher seed and you lose, you get bumped, the next team just slides up. I'm with you. I don't think that's right.
I don't
agree with that.
I don't agree with that at all. And you know what? I like the new format based on how it is. It's, you win and you're in. I get that, and you don't get a redo, but you have to figure out something different with the seeding. Because I saw, we can touch on the men's bracket, a couple of the men's bracket, and I'm not going to even touch on the 4A, which we cover the most. I looked and saw where the West Side, Wyoming East, James Monroe. James Monroe comes in at 3 seed, having beat Wyoming East and split with West Side. What's the logic? How did they end up the 3 seed?
Well, here's another thing, too, and I will touch.
2 is as high.
You're right. And I will touch on the 4A, which we do cover. And you're talking about Beckley and South Charleston. And, of course, head-to-head should just only be one component. And in my opinion, it may carry the most weight, but it shouldn't be the holy grail of everything of how you seed. Because I'm told that if you look at strength of schedule, Beckley's strength of schedule is better than both George Washington and South Charleston on the boys' side, and the fact that Beckley and George Washington and Beckley and St. Albans in the same region did not play in the regular season on the boys' side.
So you have to tinker with that, and all these teams knew this format going in.
Right.
George Washington and Beckley were always foes. We're not going on the rant. Always been foes. I don't know what they need to get that back in the fold. Every team should play at least once.
Right, in your region.
How can you be the number 1 seed in your region and you didn't play half the region? You didn't play either Oak Hill. You didn't play.
Right. To me, and I'll run this by you and say, to me should be the 3 major components in my opinion. First of all, head-to-head, like I said, I think that should carry the most weight.
Yes.
Then I think you should have strength of schedule. Then I think you should have how you deal with common opponents. I think those are the top three in my mind of how you should determine of how you see teams.
Okay, so I can harp back on Beckley a little bit.
Right.
If you could go common opponents, strength. The only thing South Charleston did have they did win head-to-head, which I'm not whining. If you're Beckley and you're good enough, just go down there and win the game.
Right.
So you're going to have to play on neutral courts or whenever you go to state tournament. It's a state tournament atmosphere. But I do know this: there was a 6-7 win team, Huntington team, who
beat South Charleston
a week ago.
Right.
And South Charleston going in with 2 losses, ain't going to have a bye.
And same with George Washington. They started off hot, but their schedule got a little bit more difficult toward the end of the season, and they lost the conference championship to Spring Valley.
Yeah, a team that they beat. Yeah,
right.
So think about that when it comes to seeding that. So both of them come out of the region. Hey, but who's going to be ahead of who?
Right. So I guess that's our little rant for the boys' side. Now we'll get back to the game at hand, which is Riverside. They are the 6th seed, 5-16. Beckley is 11-8. And Eric, it's like they're all 0-0 because to me the best 2 words in sports is Game 7, and that's what this is like. For the winner advances. The loser, they go home.
And a lot, and as coaches, this is a big. I can remember this. I really can go back to knowing that, especially my senior year, Maris, when we played in the sectional tournament at the Raleigh Convention, it was Armory, of course, then. I can remember the nerves being like I'd never had them because as I was putting my shoes on, this could really be it. This could be the last time I actually play or wear this jersey or do, and it was a tantamount of tension. I mean, it was real big. You really have to harness that. And I think the team tonight that can do that, you have a senior in Abby Dillon that knows this is her last hurrah. So you got to really be laser focused.
Yeah, no matter what happens tonight, this is going to be her last game on this floor.
Yeah,
no matter what happens tonight.
And that's big. So, and for Riverside, you look, they have a young team.
They do have a very young team.
They have a very young team, which the future is bright. If they come out here and battle, I'm seeing a lot of 9s and 10s beside names and only one senior. And so that's going to be big for the coaches to get this experience. If you can sneak out of here with the win, the sky's the limit. As
we get into our pregame, we'll touch more about Riverside. Before we go to break, Eric, I'm going to give you food for thought, and you think about it during the break, and then you can answer this. Do you like the fact, and like I said, don't answer it now. We'll answer it on the side of the break. Back in your day and in my day, they had neutral sites where they played the tournament. Like you said, when you played at Independence, there was Independence, Shady, Liberty, I think Hinton at the time, who became Summers County.
Who became Summers County, but it was in Midland Trail.
You played it at the Raleigh County Convention Center. Back in the day, Wyoming County of Mullins, Pineville, Oceana, Batesville, Herndon, and Glen Rogers. They played there. Now, everything has gone to home court for higher seats. Hold that thought, and we'll get your take on that on the other side of the break as you're watching live streaming coverage of this Region 3 4A tournament game between Riverside and Beckley. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Welcome, folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General store. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Life doesn't wait, so neither should your care. Whether it's a cough, fever, or stomach bug, Access Plus is here for those urgent moments.
From bumps and bruises to stitches and even x-rays, we've got you covered with extended hours and walk-in care for the whole family.
You do not have to be an Access Health patient to be seen. No appointments, no hassle, just quality care when you need it.
Access Health, where care meets community.
Hey, Chris, are you snowed in too?
Nah, man, I'm staying nice and warm from the heat coming off all these deals at Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall.
Oh, good for you, man.
For limited time, get up to $10,500 off remaining 2024 GMC Sierra 1500 Denali's.
Hey, can I come over there?
Sure, man.
Oh, this is a lot warmer.
GMC, we are professional grade.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction. Hi,
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
And we welcome you back to Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School as we get you ready for this Region 3 Class 4A matchup between the number 6 seed, Riverside, the end of the ball game, 5-16, and the number 3 Lady Flying Eagles. They are 11-8. We were just saying hi to Josie Cross. Josie had surgery, and she's not on crutches, and 2 other players that are hurt are now on crutches, and Maya Wooten and Hazelwood. So now that's kind of a little bit of different, isn't it, Eric?
While we got you ladies standing here, I hope you never played on her crutch because you know that's an old superstition. Okay. Tell you never touch someone else's crutches or you're going to end up on them.
Yeah, so apparently that's what happened because both of these young ladies were injured in their last game against Bluefield on the other night. But, Eric, before we went to break, I told you to hold that thought. Back in your day, as I'd mentioned, you played on neutral courts like when you played for Independence and you played the Raleigh County. And, of course, you added Midland Trail and Hinton, who's now Summers County, into that as well. And then the Wyoming County and a lot of other places like down in Logan or Brush Fork, games were held on neutral court. Now, and this has been the trend, not just this year, but over the last several years, now they've gone to home court. I want to get your take, your thought on which you think is best.
Venue. I like the fact that everyone's playing at one neutral site. I just think it gives it a more tournament feel. I'm old school as far as that. I like that. And I know probably money-wise it's better for the higher seed, the host, and do all that. But I like it when the teams play at one neutral site.
Well, let me ask you this, and I'm not disagreeing with you, but would you think that it makes the regular season more meaningful because you want to get that higher seed so you can have the home court?
Well, that's one thing it does because now you know, hey, if we win, we do A, B, and C, we get to play at our place, and you know how that is. You know how the rim is, and I can go either way because I can see how, especially in the Wyoming County area, man, you want that home court because you're going to let most of your fans in. It's going to be packed, and it's going to be, you know, something that the guys will remember forever.
Well, you talk about the finances, and that's for sure. If they played at the Raleigh County Convention Center, if you had Westside and Wyoming East, should they happen to meet, the finances, because you can obviously hold a lot more people at the Raleigh County Convention Center than you can in either one of their gyms.
Well, we witnessed that a couple of years back when Westside, of course, had a top-notch team in Wyoming. If they met on a Saturday in what used to be the Big Atlantic Classic or whatever, sold out.
And then when they played recently in the New River, the CTC.
I mean, it's sold out.
Yeah, both teams have made their way out onto the court. And, you know, right now you got to think both teams, players and coaches, got to have little butterflies right now because you know that with March 1st being tomorrow, there won't even be March Madness for one of these teams. The loser, their season is over, especially if you're a senior. That's a very powerful thing to know that your season could end tonight.
March Sadness is what
That's right. It'd be March Sadness I guess it'd be February Sadness in this case.
Yeah, but when you wake up tomorrow, you'll be March Sadness.
Yes.
You're exactly right. And, you know, I can remember every loss. I mean, just like it was yesterday. And, you know, a lot of people say that, and you talk to Coach Barksdale, you know, a ton. He can recount every loss, every second, what happened in the game because losses stick with you. You move on from the wins, man.
Yeah, because you always think, you know, when you win, you know, like it's no problem. But when you lose, you think, what could I have done as a coach or I could have done as a player or we collectively could have done that could have helped prevent the loss.
You recount that over and over, man, and it makes it tough.
Yeah, this is the start of the postseason, and we have in front of us here, courtesy of Rusty Udy, of what's going on in the girls' postseason. All these games are being played tonight. Of course, as I mentioned, it'll be South Charleston and Oak Hill, the other side of the bracket. That'll take place about 10 miles up the road there over in Fayette County, and the winner of that South Charleston-Oak Hill game will get St. Albans. The winner of Riverside and Beckley here tonight will get George Washington. Those games will be played on Tuesday. Of course, Independence will beat Shady Tuesday night in the play-in game. So now tonight you have Independence. They'll be at Greenbrier East, and that'll be a tough for Independence. Greenbrier East, the overall number 1 seed. You have Herbert Hoover, the number 7 seed, take on Sissonville. Number 6, Ripley at Princeton. And here's something I found intriguing, Eric. You know, Ripley to Princeton by bus, it's probably at least 3 hours. It's hard to think that you're in the same region of a team 3 hours away.
Yeah, that's from
above Charleston.
Above Charleston.
Almost in Parkersburg.
Almost, I mean, it's right on the border going
almost
across the river in Ohio. So,
right.
yeah, that's a good trip, and that's going to be a well of a game right there.
Yeah, and, of course, this is AAA, and then you have Nicholas County at Pikeview right down the street about, 35 minutes from here. Then in AA, you've got number 8 Bluefield at number 1 James Monroe. Number 7 Liberty will travel to New Richmond to take on Wyoming East. Number 6 Westside at Mingo Central tonight. And number 5 Midland Trail to Summers County. That's in AA. And in single A, and of course these are all girls, it'll be number 8 Richwood at number 1 Greenbrier West. Number 7 Meadow Bridge at number 2 Webster County. That's a haul. Number 6 Montcalm at number 3 Riverview. And number 5 Greater Beckley is at number 4 Mountain View down at Welch.
Yeah, and all of those, man, great matchups. And in the next round, you can see going to be some intriguing matchups in all the section. I'm still wanting to say section. All the regional games.
Yeah. Now, the 4A region games will be played on Tuesday, and the AA and single A games, the winners from tonight, they will play on Wednesday, and then all the AAA regions will be next Thursday. So if you're in that AAA region, Eric, if you play tonight, you don't have to play again until next Thursday. For like either one of these two teams, the winner of this game, they will get practice tomorrow, practice Monday, and then got to go on the road and play Tuesday.
Yeah, quick turnaround, and sometimes when you're playing, you want that weight. Like we said, will you get rusty or rested? And I think right now, you're in the swing of things. You want to keep rolling. You just want to keep playing.
Both teams still going through the warm-ups. We'll take our second break. When we come back, we'll dive into this game a little deeper, as this is Region 3 Class 4A postseason between the number 6 seed Riverside and the number 3 seed Beckley. And we'll be right back here on Video Productions.
National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
The path to a rewarding, well-paying career is close to home. Discover what WVU Tech graduates already know. We're a small campus with big opportunities. With hands-on experience in high-demand programs like hospitality, forensic investigations, cybersecurity, engineering, and nursing, you'll be prepared to enter the workforce, solving West Virginia's most important problems. We know that you can change the world, and it starts here at home.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that.
Done. It's that easy with compliance. Compliance. We've got your back office.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckley. We won't be beat. Hey, Chris, are you snowed in too?
Nah, man, I'm staying nice and warm from the heat coming off all these deals at Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall.
Oh, good for you, man.
For limited time, get up to $10,500 off remaining 2024 GMC Sierra 1500 Denali's.
Hey, can I come over there?
Sure, man.
Oh, this is a lot warmer.
GMC, we are professional grade.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Hey, my name is Justice, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nugget trays is that they're all unique. Every nugget you look at is its own different special little nugget. They're great for any occasion, but especially holidays. When you don't have enough time, when you need something quick, that flavor is always popping.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're about 10, 12 minutes away from tipping the ball game, this Region 3 Class 4A postseason matchup between Riverside and Beckley. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by West Virginia Orthopedic and Trauma, Dr. John Tabbitt. Whether you're in a car accident or you've had a sports-related injury, Dr. Tabbitt and his staff will get you right back on your feet. They're located at Woodcrest Drive in Beckley. Also, the ball game tonight is brought to you by Modley's Plumbing and Heating. You never know when you need a plumber till you need a plumber, and you can dial Modley's up at 304-253-HELP. Well, Eric, I had a nice conversation with Riverside girls head basketball coach John Frisbee, and he told me a nugget that I did not know, and I was saving it for this segment. He said this is his third year, and he feels they've made progress. But he said 2 years ago they won a sectional game, and he said that's the first time ever that Riverside's girls, since they became a school in 1999, has ever won a postseason game. I did not know that.
Wow, that's a feat, and that was in his second year or first year?
That was his first year, 2 years ago.
Hey, so and if you look at his roster, and we touched on it in our first segment, if he this is now the next 2 years, 2 to 3 years, if he can keep this core together, he's going to win maybe a couple of sectional game or regional games and get to the state tournament.
And one thing he told me that you and I know, remember when we did this game last year, Ava Ward, of course she has another sister on the team, Jada Ward, but Ava Ward was really gave Beckley, and a lot of team fits off the board. She had a knee injury, and I think it was an ACL. You can correct me if I'm wrong on that.
It was an ACL.
And it really held her back. She's only been able to play in 9 games this year.
And I'm going to tell you, and what you get out of the 2 Ward girls, you're going to get athletic girls with high motors. They're going to play hard, and they're going to come at you. And you're talking about the youngest, Jada Ward. She's ranked 5th in the nation in the high jump.
Right.
She won a national championship 2 years ago. And I'm telling you, you could flip a coin on. I would let them decide and say who is the best. But you know how it is, the sibling rivalry. You got two great ones.
When you look at the numbers, and then based on what the coach told me, the problem is they have a hard time scoring because they only have one player in double figures, and the other 4 starters, you got two. You've got 3 starters collectively, Eric, that only average 6 points a game, and you thinking that they have 4 starters together only average 10 points a game. Yeah. In the first game against Beckley, like I said, they only scored 24. And as I look at some of their scores from here, and I noticed they've had a hard time scoring points. They've scored 26, 30. In fact, they've scored 60 or more in only a couple of games. In fact, in no games.
Yeah, I mean, that's tough.
No games. They never got to 60.
And playing in the regions that they're in, a lot of firepower. If you're playing against St. Albans, George Washington, they can really put it in the bucket.
Yeah,
and this Beckley team is streaky and spurts and really can fill it up.
Yeah, for Riverside in 21 games, Eric, they've only scored 50 or more twice. So they had a hard time scoring.
Yep.
And for Beckley, now we'll talk about them. And I think you agree with me. Monday night when we did the game, regular season game, Beckley and Princeton, in my opinion, my very humble opinion, I think that was the best basketball game in 2 years that Brian Neighbors' Beckley girls squad had played, from the opening tip to the final buzzer. I thought everything from spacing, shooting, defense, rebound, because last year they were banged up. Yes. And I just thought that this was the best game they played in 2 years, and it shows you how important home court is, because with that effort and beat a very good Princeton team, 57-33. The next night they go on the road against a good Pikeview team who they beat here on the final shot, a physical team, and they lose by 8. So it shows you how important teams have 2 personalities, one at home and one on the road.
And that's due. The teams really do. I mean, you're more comfortable in your home confines and your friendly confines of your gymnasium. But you're right, and I will agree with you, and I'll go a step further. I think collectively the way that Donya Burton didn't score in that game, if you can remember, and I will say this about that game, her minus her scoring, I think early on she was in her own head, but I really think she did stuff defensively that forced Princeton into a lot of early turnovers that turned that game around. And now she's really going to have to step up. From here on, these next two games, if they're fortunate to win tonight, they need her to have 17 to 18 points to have any chance to win on the road at GW.
Agree. To get to Charleston, your best players have to be your best players.
Have to be. And they have to be better than their best in certain instances. And to go to GW, if you can fortunate enough to win this game, either team, you're going to have to play a well of a contest to win in that, because you know how hard it is to win up on the hill.
Yeah, and because George Washington, of course, is a very good team. Jamie LeMaster's always done a great job, and you and I did the game when they played here. And, of course, George Washington really took it to Beckley on that particular night. But once again, like we talked about Beckley a couple weeks ago, they took it to Riverside at Riverside, but that won't have anything to do with what's going to happen here tonight.
Yeah, no carryover effect. You can't bring any of those points you scored down at Riverside tonight. So it's going to be a different cast of characters for Beckley. They have a few people injured, so they're going to have to, a lot of other people are going to have to step up.
Well, Riverside has left the floor. They've gone to their locker room. Beckley's still out there. We're going to have to take another break. We're about 5 or 6 minutes away from getting the ball game started, and we'll be right back here on Video Productions.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankancity.com.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Take a ride to the north side and get your Big John deal at Mid-State Ford in Summersville. And here's the top 5 reasons to shop Mid-State Ford. You'll find the largest inventory, award-winning service, financing made easy for everyone, highest trade-in value, and the number 1 reason to shop Mid-State Ford is where you'll find your Big John deal. Mid-State Ford in Summersville, MidStateFordWV.com.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Allstate Insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate, and you're in good hands with Lori Richmond as your agent. She's my agent. She takes care of me. She'll take care of you as well. Also, the game tonight brought to you by Cracker Barrel. Love me some Cracker Barrel, the old country store, locations in Beckley and Princeton. And not only just a fine place to dine, but also, how about the store? Man, they got all kinds of good things in the store up there at Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, you can really spend a lot of loot in that store, Maris.
All right, Eric, we're about 3.5 minutes away from tipping the game. Both teams have gone to their respective locker room. This is a one and done. For the loser, they're done. The winner has a date with George Washington on Tuesday. Eric, first of all, if you're in the Riverside locker room, what you think you might hear their head coach, Coach Frisbee, might be telling his troops?
Hey, kind of what we talked about earlier in our last segment. You're going to have to go out, find a way to get some points generated. I think their best bet to get points is Ava Ward. I really think you just have to get her going. She sliced and diced when she caught the ball at the key or whatever against Woodrow last year. If you can get her rolling. You need to have another double-figure score and play good defense.
Well, one of the things I think for Riverside to have a chance, and based on what I've been told and what I've seen, I think Riverside has got to ugly this game up. And it's going to be hard. They need to hold back. They need to keep this game in the 40s or maybe just shy of 50 because, like I said, they've only scored 50 or more twice. And on the Beckley side, as they make their way back out on the court, Brian Neighbors will be telling his squad what?
Hey, look, this is your last hurrah for your senior, Abby Dillon. Guys, let's go out and let's get her a victory, her last victory here on this court. I think that's motivation enough.
I think you're right, motivation enough. Beckley back on. We'll take our final break, come back and get you ready for the tip here in about 3 or 4 minutes. You're watching live streaming coverage of the Region 3 Class 4A Girls Regional Battle between number 6 Riverside and number 3 Beckley right here on Video Productions.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
It's fourth down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but moves! A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
The path to a rewarding, well-paying career is close to home. Discover what WVU Tech graduates already know. We're a small campus with big opportunities. With hands-on experience in high-demand programs like hospitality, forensic investigations, cybersecurity, engineering, and nursing, you'll be prepared to enter the workforce, solving West Virginia's most important problems. We know that you can change the world, and it starts here at home.
Hey, Chris, are you snowed in too?
Nah, man, I'm staying nice and warm from the heat coming off all these deals at Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall.
Oh, good for you, man.
For limited time, get up to $10,500 off remaining 2024 GMC Sierra 1500 Denali's.
Hey, can I come over there?
Sure, man.
Oh, this is a lot warmer.
GMC, we are professional grade.
Most mouth-watering showdown on television. The Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off. Right here at your local Little General store. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Take a ride to the north side and get your Big John deal at Mid-State Ford in Summersville. And here's the top 5 reasons to shop Mid-State Ford. You'll find the largest inventory, award-winning service, financing made easy for everyone, highest trade-in value, and the number 1 reason to shop Mid-State Ford is where you'll find your Big John deal. Mid-State Ford in Summersville, MidStateFordWV.com.
So neither should your care. Whether it's a cough, fever, or stomach bug, Access Plus is here for those urgent moments.
From bumps and bruises to stitches and even x-rays, we've got you covered with extended hours and walk-in care for the whole family.
You do not have to be an Access Health patient to be seen. No appointments, no hassle, just quality care when you need it.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Infinity Co. Company. Infinity Co. offers no premium and no deductible health insurance. Plus, they also offer dental and vision coverage as well. They also offer a company-paid life insurance, prescription drug coverage, and a company-matching 401k plan. The game tonight also brought to you in part by Exit Elevation Realty. Luca Richmond, the broker. You can dial him up at 304-256-0101. And last but certainly not least, Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. It's not too late right now to reserve your lane for tonight's futuristic bowling every Friday and Saturday night. Just $15 a person. You can dial them up 304-253-7328. All right, this is Region 3, Class 4A, opening round tournament game. It's single elimination, so the winner will advance to take on George Washington on Tuesday. The loser's out. And for the starting lineup for Riverside, coached by John Frisbee, they're 5-16 coming into the game. Here's Eric.
Okay, Maris. Riverside will go like this. They'll go with Sophie Bear. They'll go with the Kiana Banks. They'll go with Layla Campbell, who is their only double-figure scoring, coming in at 13 points a night. And they'll go with Ava and Jada Ward.
All right, for the Lady Flying Eagles, coached by Brian Neighbors, they will go this way. Abby Dillon, the senior leader, and like I said, regardless of the outcome of this game tonight, Eric, this will be her last game on this floor. She averages 14 points a game. Also, Zoe Williams being introduced now, and she's really been a freshman sensation. And let me say this about Zoe Williams, because she got high praise from Riverside's head coach. He spoke very highly of Zoe Williams, of what a tremendous upside as a freshman, and Eric, things that you and I have said all season long.
He's preaching to the choir.
Yes, 14 points a game by Zoe Williams. Donya Burton at 8 a game, Alana Ellis at 8 a game, and then Shiloh Mack into the starting lineup as well. So you can throw the records out, but just for the sake, Riverside's 5-16, Beckley's 11-8. Like we said, Eric, one of the things Riverside's had a hard time scoring in their previous 21 games, they've only got to 50 or more twice. So I think for Riverside to have a chance, they got to slow the game down. They got to kind of muddy it up and try to get this game in the 40s if they can.
Yeah, you're right. You want to keep it low. You want to force turnovers. You want to get an early lead if you can. And as you stated, play some tough defense and not let Beckley get on the road, because Beckley, once they get on the road and get into that pressure, it's been a big factor, especially here on their home court.
Yeah, and I think that'll be a key. Can Riverside handle the Beckley pressure? And it looks like it'll be Ava Ward that will be in the center circle. She's got that brace on her, because we had mentioned in one of our pregame segments where she had a torn ACL. She's only played in 9 games this year, and she'll jump against Beckley's Alana Ellis.
Yeah, and she's like, you'll – like anything, she's not 100%, but you'll take 60, 70% of her on the court.
She won the tip, ball's in the air, and the postseason is underway. Glad you're with us here on Video Productions. Riverside will have first crack at it. Becky's going to come out man-to-man. Here's Ward with it now.
And Beckley's really going to try to put pressure on the ball and not let them get Riverside in the post.
Yeah, and there's down low to Ward, and this ball slapped out of bounds by Zoe Williams.
Well, good help defense by Zoe Williams, and that's one thing. I mean, she gets better each game. I hate to keep talking about her, but she plays the basketball the right way, and like they said, the sky's the limit with her. As she gets that tip on that.
Jada
rebound.
Ward misses that. Here's Abby Dillon to Burton. Burton runs the floor, attacks the basket, puts the short shot up and won't go. Offensive rebound won't go, and Alana Ellis can't handle it and goes out of bounds. But, Eric, when somebody continues to play well, you can give them all the accolades, because, people watch these games and they can see what you and I see. Well, hopefully they can, right?
Yeah, I mean,
they don't need us to tell them. They can watch the video.
And like we said, she has that freshman beside her name, but now with all these games under her belt, she came in playing – much better in her class, as she gets a steal there on the ensuing inbounds.
What we talked about, the Beckley pressure, and Zoe Williams finds Shiloh Mack. She puts it on the deck, tacks the rim, little floater's good.
Great ball fake by Shiloh Mack. And see, she's coming into her own a little bit.
Grown
as well.
A little bit. I think 5 games ago she would have launched that 3, wouldn't she?
It would have looked panicky. Exactly right, and that's what I'm talking about. Settle down. With the injuries comes opportunity, and as Riverside dialed up
there's a 3 put up by Campbell, won't go. Here's Abby Dillon on the attack.
Lana Ellis with a defensive rebound.
Yeah, Beckley won the only regular season meeting. Here's a 3 by Shiloh Mack. She's wide open. It won't go. Beckley won 56-24 down at Riverside back on the 13th of February.
See, I don't mind the aggressiveness of
she
Mack
was open.
right there.
Yeah,
wide open. Good-looking shot, too.
Yeah. I mean, she just didn't make it, but I don't think if you're Coach Brian Neighbors, you don't mind that shot. So here's Ward with it, and Williams out on her. Get the ball over to Banks.
And right now the pressure is affecting Riverside, making them pick the dribbles up early, not engaged, not getting into their offense very easily.
But if they can slow the game down and, like we're here being very methodical offensive ball, they goes right through the hands of Ward, a turnover. Here's Zoe Williams with it. And Beckley's trying to get that running game going. Beautiful pass by Zoe Williams to Alana Ellis, and she'll draw the foul and get to the line.
And that's going to be on the double whammy on Jada Ward as she has the turnover on the offensive end and commits the foul on the defensive end.
So it'll get Alana Ellis to the free throw line to shoot 2. And the first free throw on its way is good, as Gunner will check into the Beckley lineup, and Donya Burton will come out.
And now this is a young lady, Maris, this Carson Gunner. I think she is just like Max. She keeps growing and growing each game and getting more confidence, and she's a terror on the glass. She really helps out Ellis down low.
As Alana Ellis makes both free throws, and now Beckley can set up their full court pressure. And here's where Riverside, if they're going to have any chance in this game, Eric, they got to be able to handle Beckley's pressure.
Yeah, this is where Beckley, they really won the game against Princeton, impressing a really good team in Princeton.
So here's Banks with it, getting the ball down low. Spin move, hard to the basket, block shot by Mack. And that is Campbell. What do we got? We got a held ball, and the arrow will be turned to Beckley.
Good gritty defense by Mack as she really stayed with it on defense and went vertical, didn't swat down, and able to tie up Riverside.
Yeah, Campbell got down low, got nice position, and attempted that shot, but on the held ball, as we mentioned, the arrow in Beckley's favor. Here's Abby Dillon. Beckley with good ball movement, little floater all the way to the basket. Abby Dillon lifted a little short, battle for the rebound, and Ward comes out of there with it.
And right there, I think on the drive, I think Abby could have dumped that right there to Gunner for an easy 2.
That was Ava Ward with that last Riverside rebound. Here's Campbell with it on the drive.
Wow, this half-court defense
it's been really good.
Been really good. Been sound, not reaching either. Moving their feet.
Down the lane, Campbell puts up the shot and scores. That was a nice play by Campbell.
Yep.
You can see why she's the team's leading scorer.
A much-needed bucket.
Zoe Williams back the other way with a mid-range shot and knocks it down.
Yeah, nice pull-up, mid-range. Nice follow-through.
Yeah, that's something that's kind of gone away. You don't see too much of that mid-range stuff. Nice job by Zoe Williams. So here's Bear with it. There's 2 Wards in the ball game. Ava Ward is 22. Jada Ward is 32. There's a shot inside, no good. Offensive rebound, and the ball is tied up, and the arrow will keep it with Riverside.
Yeah, Riverside really scrapped, and getting in on the loose ball was Kiana Banks right there, who really tied up. The 2 Beckley players had the ball. Good heads-up play by Riverside.
Campbell will put it in play on the baseline, trying to find a cutter. Having a hard time getting it in. Now they do. Down low. The short shot off the glass is up and in. That's a nice shot by Ward. That was Jada Ward, correct? Or no, I beg your pardon.
It was Ava.
Ava Ward. I was screened out. I should have looked at the monitor.
Muscled it in. Muscled that one in.
Zoe Williams for 3. That's a little short. Abby Dillon amongst the taller players with the rebound. The putback won't go. And back the other way, here comes Riverside Campbell. Campbell into the lane. Shoots for the tie off the glass. It won't go. Battle for the loose ball. And Beckley comes out of there with it. Abby Dillon on the drive into the lane. Tacks the basket off the glass. Up and in.
Abby Dillon, who's been a lot better, since coming back setting out. Her jumper is not what it was, but she's really gotten better off the bounce.
Yeah, I like that. Off the dribble, getting to the glass and using the window for the hoop. Back the other way is Ward into traffic, puts the shot up, a lot of contact, no foul. And now we got a whistle on the rebound, and it's going to be a Beckley foul.
And right there, she did it all by herself, that being Ava Ward, as she was able to dribble the length of the court. Probably fouled on the first.
Well, that's what I thought. Initially, that's why I said a lot of contact. I thought she got fouled initially.
Yeah, definitely fouled on the first one.
They don't call it, but she'll be rewarded now getting to the free throw line to shoot 2, and the first one's up and in.
I didn't see who that was whistled on. Maybe you could have took your pick. It was 3. Yeah. 3 people may have been on Max since she's coming out.
Yeah. So Burton in. We've got a timeout on the floor. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll tell you that tonight's game is brought to you by Dr. John Tabbitt, West Virginia Orthopedic and Trauma. Dr. John Tabbitt, whether you're in a car accident or you've had a sports-related injury, Dr. Tabbitt and his staff will get you right back on your feet. They're located at Woodcrest Drive in Beckley. Also, the ball game is brought to you in part by Modley's Plumbing and Heating. You never know when you need a plumber till you need a plumber, and Modley's the one to call, 304-253-HELP. But, Eric, I would say right now with 3:14 left in the quarter and we come out of this break, Riverside at the line, I think Riverside Coach Frisbee has to be happy of what Riverside's done in this first quarter.
Yeah, and, really – the tempo of the game is in their favor.
They've slowed it down,
They slowed it down, and they stay within shouting distance. And you can see now the effect that Ava Ward, even having her on the court, is having. I don't know if she played much in the first contest. Don't know actually how that went down. But here tonight, she's a factor and a force to be reckoned with. So look for Beckley to really try to do something to counter that.
Yeah, you have regular season basketball, and then you have postseason. That's at a different level. In the postseason, you shorten the game a little bit as that free throw's not any good, but they run it down with the rebound. So if you're Beckley, you're hating that. As Campbell into the lane, puts up the shot, and she'll draw the foul and get to the line because the foul will be on Zoe Williams. That's a nice take off the dribble into the lane as we watch the replay here, Eric. And the good hustle to be able to get the rebound on the missed free throw as Campbell gets into the lane there and draws the foul.
And you know what, Zoe Williams, if she goes back and watches this, she did everything right, but swatting down and swatting at the ball, just stay straight.
Campbell makes the first of two. She's Riverside's only double-digit scorer. She entered the ball game at 13 a game.
So Ava Ward made one of two.
Yes,
correct?
One of two, correct. And then it was Jada Ward that got the rebound and then found Campbell. Campbell makes them both. And Riverside just a missed free throw away, Eric, from a tie coming up on the 3-minute mark of the first quarter. They get the ball down low. The lucky bounce, and there's a foul. The ball went right through the hands of Gunner, and it found the hands of Alana Ellis. And as we watch the replay, Eric, watch this. The ball goes right through the hands of Gunner, and then boom, right to the hands of Alana Ellis.
Well, I think that was a tip pass by Gunner.
Well, Eric, sometimes, and you hear me say this all the time, you'd rather be lucky than good, especially in the postseason. Alana Ellis at the line. She's 3 for 3.
But the thing is, Alana Ellis has to – that should have been the and one portion of it. She got fouled pretty hard, but she needs to be able to get that up and in. I know she's strong enough to really get that up and in.
And did I jinx her when I said she was 3 for 3?
Yeah, of course you did.
The announcers jinx her. Abby Dillon, a good look. 3, good.
You know what
Rings
Abby said?
the bell right down the chute is what Abby said.
Abby Dillon said, whose three is not, whose jumper is not as good as
she heard you, didn't she, Eric? But that time, ringing the bell as she goes right down the chute. There's a little floater, and it's an offensive foul. That's good defense by Alana Ellis to take that charge, and the foul is going to be on Banks.
Yeah, and good job by Alana staying in there. It's tough. A lot of people don't know how hard it is to stay in there and take that punishment.
So this is the biggest lead of the ball game right here for Beckley at 5. It has been a very good, entertaining first quarter. Riverside's got to be able to stain it, try to stay close, Eric, if you're Riverside. Got to keep this a low-scoring game. And if you're Beckley, you want to be able to kind of, pick the tempo up another level. Here's Gunner on the drive. She spins into the lane, puts the shot up, and she'll draw the foul. Now the fouls are starting to mount up because that'll be the 4th team foul on Riverside, and that'll get Beckley to the line.
That was I don't know, pretty straight up on that one. That's just one of those where I think you spun into it, and you think the act of it was straight up.
Well, Gunner will be rewarded with a couple of free throws, and the first one's no good. As Riverside will dip into its bench, and Emily Toney, a freshman, will check into the ball game. In fact, looking at this Riverside roster, Eric, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got 6 freshmen on their team.
Yeah, and a lot of them seeing playing time.
Yeah.
So, Coach Frisbee keep these girls together and keep them in the gym. Good-looking shot by Gunner there. As bad as she shot the first one, right?
Yep, she made 1 of 2. And Riverside was out of bounds. They didn't see. That play happened in front of us, and now there's a Beckley foul. And I know they can't see everything, Eric.
Right.
And I know you were looking down at the book.
Yeah,
but she was clearly, the young lady Banks was clearly out of bounds, and that's a Beckley foul as Avalon Lynch will check into the Beckley lineup.
Was that on Zoe Williams?
I didn't catch it because I was watching the young lady because her foot was – not only was she on the line, her foot was all the way across the line. And it's just like I said, the officials do a great job, but they're human. They can't see everything. And the play happened, 5 feet from me. That's why I know that. But there's a Beckley foul. So here is Riverside with it. They get the ball down low. Ward, great post position and score. Beautiful play by Jada Ward.
Yes. You know what? They know how to bang in the post like their father right there.
By the way, their father had a little time in the NBA.
Yes, he did.
As you know, Ron Ward very well. In fact, he's the godfather of your son.
Yes, he is. And tremendous. You talking about a guy that 8 rebounds for breakfast. I mean, if you shot and missed it, he was going to clean it up.
15-footer for Zoe Williams.
That's just beautiful. That's beautiful basketball.
That is.
Beckley beautiful mid-range.
Worked it around. They found Zoe Williams open. And like I said, Riverside trying to be able to break the pressure coming up on a minute and a half remaining opening quarter.
Yeah. But if you're Beckley, this is what you want. Even if Riverside's breaking that pressure, it's making them speed up, play faster than they want to. And like you said, after a while, they don't have enough firepower to really keep up. As Abby Dillon
there's a turnover.
Steal.
Abby Dillon on the drive, right to the basket, lays it up and in. Abby Dillon.
7 points in the first quarter for Abby Dillon.
Biggest lead of the game right here. Like I said, Eric, coming up on a minute, and it's a turnover. As they went over, and then when she caught the ball in the front court, here's the replay.
Watch it.
Watch it. That's a good call. Her foot was in the back court.
Yeah, 1 foot was still in the back court.
Well, that's it. But to me, the way I understand the rule, you've got to be.
You have to be fully established.
There's 3 things. You have to have you over the line, the ball over the line, your feet over the line. It's got to be all the way over. Then you got to go back. Here's Abby Dillon with it. We're under a minute for the quarter. It's been a good quarter for Beckley, putting up 17. You figure you get anywhere from 17 to 20 in a quarter. That's really good. And Burton, a lot of dribbling. They find Ellis, and they turn her over. Here's Banks. Campbell, rather. And there's down the lane. The shot up and in. Good by Ward. And she makes the shot and has a chance to polish off a 3-point play.
Yeah, and that's going to be a nice left-hand layup by Ward. And good. Not a great foul by Abby Dillon, contact. And
here's the replay. Well, we had the replay.
Yeah, we had the replay up. But
that's Jada Ward trying to polish off a 3-point play. Ward ready. Free throw left hand on its way. Needs a roll, won't get it. Gunner with the rebound. Final 30 seconds of the quarter. It's been a very good, entertaining first quarter. It's lose or go home. Win or go home. The loser goes home. The winner will take on George Washington on Tuesday. And as Eric told you way back,
I think they have a boxing one going down.
Yeah, it'll be if you lose when you wake up tomorrow, the 1st of March, instead of March Madness, it'll be March Sadness. Here's Abby Dillon on the drive, splits 2 defenders off the glass. It won't go, but she'll draw the foul. That's a nice take off the dribble into the lane by Abby Dillon.
Yeah, and I think they're going to whistle that one on the freshman that's in the game.
Do you know? I'm going to pick your brain a little bit. Do you know who coined the phrase of March Madness?
Billy Packer?
No, he wish he did. As the guy that coined it worked with Billy Packer. He was a coach and then became a broadcaster. As Abby Dillon misses the first one. And that might be before your time.
Marquette's coach?
Yes, Al McGuire. The late, great Al McGuire.
Al McGuire.
Also Al McGuire. I'll give you another as Abby Dillon makes the second or two. Also the late, great Al McGuire coined the phrase the Final Four. How about that? All right, last shot time. 2 seconds. Here's a deep shot by Campbell. It'll count. If it goes in, it does go from about 35 feet off the glass. And Riverside with a little momentum going to their respective bench at the end of the quarter as Campbell dials up a 3 balls. We watch it at the end of 1. It's Beckley 18, Riverside 14. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this on Video Productions.
Hey, I'm Leanna Burnett. With Window World of Beckley. Are you dealing with those cold winter drafts through your windows? Is it causing your energy bills to rise? If you answered yes, Window World can help. Instead of dealing with those old drafty windows another year, call Window World of Beckley today. Yes, we work all year. Our windows are Energy Star efficient and designed to resist extreme weather. Make the smart investment with our no interest for 15 months. Call Window World of Beckley today.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckley. TV.
Hey, my name is Justice, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nugget trays is that they're all unique. Every nugget you look at is its own different special little nugget. They're great for any occasion, but especially holidays. When you don't have enough time, when you need something quick, that flavor is always popping.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Allstate Insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate, and you're in good hands with Lori Richmond as your agent on Market Road in Beckley. Also, the ball game brought to you by Cracker Barrel. Love me some Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel, the old country store, locations in Beckley and Princeton. Ready for the second quarter, but Eric, how about that buzzer beater high off the glass by Campbell from about 35, 40 feet to end the first quarter?
Well, right here you have the boxing one and being familiar with it being played. The other, Zoe Williams, they have to eat because they're trying to deny Abby the ball, so someone else is just going to have to take over, and it's a box. So the middle of this defense will be open.
Here's a three ball from the near corner by Zoe Williams. Good. Right down the chute for Zoe Williams. You got a football score now, 21-14. Beckley with the pressure. They get a deflection, but the ball goes right to Campbell. Like I said, Campbell had that nice bank shot. Now she drops a 15-footer. Campbell showing you why she's the team's leading scorer. Good-looking shot.
9 points out of the 16, keeping her team in the contest.
Beckley on the attack. Trying to get the ball inside, and the ball is deflected and out of bounds. It'll stay with Beckley as Avalon Lynch will check into the Beckley lineup. So we got a good one going here, and right now, if you're Riverside, is you just got to be able to hang close and keep the game as it is.
And I like this insertion right here of Avalon Lynch, because one thing she'll do that Shalom Mack won't, Avalon Lynch is a point guard by trade. So you're putting another point guard out there that'll be able to facilitate while Abby Dillon's that'll knock him out of that box.
Yeah.
Box it wasn't real quick.
Zoe Williams dials up a three ball, and she rings the bell from downtown.
Zoe Williams is saying, you're disrespecting me by not playing a box triangle in two.
There's Alana Ellis knocking the ball out of bounds. It'll stay with the Riverside, but, Beckley, like I said, the pressure, and it's all going to depend on Riverside as we watch that last three. If they're going to be able to hang around, they've got to be able to hang with the pressure, be able to break Beckley's pressure.
Yeah, and Beckley's pressure is not creating a lot of turnovers now, but it's creating quick shots,
like that,
run-outs, and now you got a 2-on-1.
Burton, nice pass to Abby Dillon. They got her too far under. Zoe Williams right in the lane, left it short, and we got the rebound that time by Emily Toney, and the ball was knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, I think it's turned over.
Thrown out of bounds.
It was just thrown away.
Yeah,
and you know what? I think Zoe shot that a little too soft.
Zoe Williams.
And Williams there in the middle of the
in the lane.
Of the lane.
Yeah, just inside the foul line there.
She really didn't follow through. Still shoot the shot.
Here's Burton with it now.
You have her open in the corner.
Burton around a screen. Finds Lynch. Zoe Williams steps up from the left elbow.
You see how she shot that with
right.
That step into the dribble. Perfect. 12 points.
Biggest lead of the game here at 10, and there's a reach-in foul on Avalon Lynch. That'll be her first and team's first of the quarter. It'll be side out right here in front of us.
And that's one thing you get with Avalon Lynch. I'm telling you, she is going to be a heck of a ball player as well. Only a freshman, and the sky's the limit for her as far as a point guard. She has two coaches that played the point position, so if she pays attention over these next couple of years, she'll be a heck of a ball player.
Bear trying to get the ball inside, and they throw it away.
Yeah,
that's a hard pass. That is, you're right, that's tough. Trying to get the ball to Toney, trying to throw it over the entire defense.
Yeah, you have to be able to climb the ladder to get that one.
Maya Sider will check in. She didn't get to the scores table quick enough, so she'll be in on the next dead ball. Beckley with the possession, their largest lead of the game here at 10. Zoe Williams had a good first half. Finds Burton on the cut. She lays it up and in. Beautiful pass by Zoe Williams.
You took the words right out of my mouth, partner. Good run by Beckley.
And now a timeout on the floor. Beckley on a 7-0 run. And let's see if we got a 30 or a full. And waiting for the official. We got a full. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back. Beckley with their largest lead of the game, 28-16, 5:40 left in the half. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Welcome, folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General store. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Take a ride to the north side and get your big John deal at Mid-State Ford in Summersville. And here's the top 5 reasons to shop Mid-State Ford. You'll find the largest inventory, award-winning service, financing made easy for everyone, highest trade-in value. And the number 1 reason to shop Mid-State Ford is where you'll find your big John deal. Mid-State Ford in Summersville, MidStateFordWV.com.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Infinity Coal Company. They offer no premium, no deductible health insurance with dental and vision coverage. They also offer a company-paid life insurance and prescription drug coverage. All right, out of the timeout, Beckley currently on a 7-0 run. Maya Sider checks into the Beckley lineup for the first time tonight. And I think it's a really good timeout by Riverside. And now Beckley back in his zone here, Eric, out of that timeout, and Riverside throws it away.
Yeah, and right now the changing up of the defenses might be getting to Riverside. Their passes, that zone, making it tough on the entry passes.
There's a new player in the game. It was Ham who threw that ball away. Zoe Williams with a big first half to this point. Nice bounce pass to Abby Dillon. Little floater by Sider, won't go. Battle for the rebound, and Riverside comes out of there with it with Campbell.
Well, good looking offensive possession right there by Sider. That was a good looking floater.
Yeah, it was. Here's Campbell dials it up for 3. It won't go, and Abby Dillon with it. Beckley wants to push. Abby Dillon spots up inside the 3-point line. The shot is going to be a little long, go out of bounds. Good hustle by Burton, but I think it was already out of bounds.
Good hustle, though. Yeah. Didn't give up on the ball. And right there, crashing the board was Zoe Williams, but I think she ran in too fast. She actually ran past the rebound.
So just under the 5-minute mark of the first half. Glad you're with us on Video Productions. I'm Mara Snyder with Eric Thomas, Jackie Moon on camera, and the extraordinaire producer and director of the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, as always, doing a wonderful job. Trying to find somebody open. It's Campbell over the zone. The 3 won't go. Battle for the rebound. Ward had it a minute. The ball was punched out, and it will come out to Ham. They'll get the ball down low. Ward thought she was fouled. No whistle. A lot of contact there, Eric. And back the other way. Here's Beckley. Zoe Williams dials it up for 3. It doesn't go. Burton with the offensive rebound, and she'll take the ball back out and reset Beckley's offense. But on that last play down here, Ward, there was a lot of contact. Into the lane, Burton throws up a wild shot with the left hand. It won't go.
A lot of contact on both ways right there. So.
And here's Ham with it. And Ham will draw a foul as Gunner will check back into the Beckley lineup. And also we will have a couple other players back into the game. Banks will check back in. And also Ava Ward will check back in for Riverside as Burton will have a seat. So right now Beckley currently on a 7-0 run. They have their biggest lead of the game right here at 12. Banks to inbound the ball. They get it down low. Campbell will draw the foul on Burton. Campbell will get to the line.
Yeah, and that's just poor out-of-bounds defense right there because the entry pass got in right into the teeth of the defense.
Well, right there under the goal. Yeah, under the basket. Can't do that. Right. Yep. So it'll be 2 shots for Campbell. And she's had a stellar first half, especially that big 35-footer off the glass to end the quarter.
Setting at 9 points. 10.
Now 10 in double figures. She came in averaging 13. She's the only one on Riverside that averaged double digits. And
3.
With that free throw made.
3 for 3.
Yeah, with that free throw made, that stops a 7-0 Beckley lead. And Eric Jinkster, as heavy hitter, gives a big smile because he knows. You know what, Nick? I think when it comes to any team, no matter what it is, Abby Dillon goes down the lane, tacks the rim, lays it up and in. I think we're going to have tape over here, Nick, for Eric and I, no matter who's playing. Whenever people go to the line, we have to just tape our mouth shut, right? That was a nice drive by Abby Dillon. She went all the way to the rim, laid it up and in.
Just tough defense right there by Sider.
Yeah, biggest lead of the game right here at 13. Coming up on the 3.5-minute mark to get the ball down low. Ward with great position, but couldn't finish.
I tell you what, Alana Ellis has her hands full down low with the Ward sisters down there on the glass. I'm telling you.
That was Jada Ward. She had great low post position, just not able to convert. You find a pass, beautiful pass by Sider to Burton, and Burton in traffic will draw the foul.
Tanya Burton, the good news is she got fouled. The bad news is that she got fouled because she struggled tremendously at the line. But I think there's a big upside for this young lady.
Well, she's such a good athlete, and she hustles. But this is an area, as you touched, Eric, and we've seen it. I mean, some of her free throws just don't know where they're going to go. And that one, Does not go in. And, maybe it works the other way, too. It works.
Too much palm.
Yeah. She's got to
it's rolling. It's got to roll off those fingertips. It can't come from palm to the fingertips.
Right, and you got to use the seams, and you got to, bend your knees a little bit.
Spread those hands a little bit. I think I could.
Yeah, she shoots a palm ball, and she makes that one. So Shiloh Mack will check back into the ball game. Beckley with its largest lead at 14, as Burton will have a seat. Winner of this has a date with George Washington on Tuesday, and then the winner of that Tuesday game will punch their ticket to the state tournament.
Somebody's got to call out those screens, I'll tell you that.
Campbell misses a long three, and Abby Dillon runs it down. There's Gunner in the near corner. Mack, great post up for Ellis, but they missed her. She had great position. Abby Dillon will attack the basket, scoop it up and in.
But, the hard post up right there created space for Ellis when she went to the high post. Everybody went with her and opened
allowed
up the
Abby
lane.
Dillon, like I said, to curl around in a little scoop shot at the rim. Biggest lead of the game right here. 2.5 remaining here in the first half. Region 3, Class 4A elimination game. Ball, I think, is thrown away, and it is. And another turnover. The Beckley pressure has really caused, Riverside has really kind of taken them out of the flow of their offense here in the second quarter.
Yeah.
Because, Eric, they've only scored 3 points in the second quarter.
They really have. And the Beckley defense has been on point, and they've been switching it up. It's been a little bit of zone.
Right.
A little bit of, sending the guard out to really make their point guard come up the court under duress, and it's really taking its toll.
That pass was too late. Ellis flashed and was open sooner, and now there's a Beckley foul, and Shiloh Mack compounded that play by getting the pass in too late and then committing the foul.
And the thing that Shiloh Mack did, two things wrong. She really telegraphed where she wanted to go with it because she knows she missed her the first time. She's coming back and trying to correct it. And second thing is it was a poor pass between three people.
Poor pass, and then she commits a foul. Beckley back in the zone.
Three things wrong.
Yeah.
But this zone is giving them fits.
Campbell for three. It won't go. Battle for the rebound. Ward, good hustle, and it's out of bounds. Or what we got? Maybe out of bounds. I'm not sure. The official's pointing, but I'm not sure what he called there.
He kept it here.
Yeah. I really
Riverside
sure.
ball, meaning Riverside ball.
Yeah, there's a three in the corner. That's too strong. That three was put up by Banks, and it's out of bounds over. No, it'll stay with Riverside. So Riverside will inbound the ball right there at the end of the Beckley bench. Banks now gives it to Campbell, back to Banks. Banks is open from the baseline, puts the shot up too strong, and Ward will run down the rebound. That is Jada Ward, and we'll have a jump ball, and the arrow will keep it. So this is the third time that Riverside will have the ball. They've missed two previous shots on this possession, and this is their third crack at it.
I'll tell you what, it's a war down low between the Ward girls
and Ellis.
Ellis and Gunner now.
Yeah.
You talking about you got to be physical as Ward right on cue.
Ava Ward with that one.
Right.
Yeah, it was Ava Ward scoring on that one, and you're right. That was pretty good defense by Gunner, and Ava Ward was able to score through it.
Just watch this post up. I mean, it's tough.
Now Ellis is way out high.
They deny the post as well as anybody. Nice ball.
Nice
fake.
move by Ellis into the lane, and she finishes. That you're right, Eric. That was a nice. She showed the ball. She was at the elbow, 15 feet. She got a little better shot by getting into the lane. 5 feet closer, and Alana Ellis knocks it down in the lane.
Great ball fake. Show it. Put it on the bounce. I mean, she's improved tremendously offensively.
Here's Ward, attacks the basket, off the glass, up and in. That bucket that time again by Ava Ward, back-to-back hoops.
Yeah, I knew that 2-point average was deceiving. Great post up.
Yeah, great look by Abby Dillon, and just not been able to connect as Beckley turns it over.
But you can't be mad about that and frustrated. Just that was executed well. Just didn't complete it. Just keep your head because it's tough. It's tough getting in the post. Either team, both teams defend the post well. Yeah. Tonight it's a war.
Burton back into the ball game. Mack has a seat. There's Ward down the lane. A lot of contact, no whistle. And Gunner able to get the ball. Final 20 seconds of the half. Beautiful pass by Abby Dillon. Sider on a drive into the lane, puts the shot up. It's a wild shot. It won't go. Battle for the rebound, and it'll be Jada Ward with the rebound. Final 12 seconds of the half. Here's Bear with it. They get the ball to Ward, and we got a held ball, and Beckley now, Eric, will turn them over and have
6 seconds.
Be able to get the final shot of the half.
And good heads-up play by Gunner as Ward brought the ball down and creating the tie-up. There's a lot of contact, though, both ways.
Beckley's led by as many as 16. And let's see, Abby Dillon will race down. She'll get into the lane. The shot won't go, and that's how the half will end. So Beckley's led by as many as 16, and they'll take a 14-point lead to the locker room at the break in this Region 3 Class 4A elimination tournament game. It's the number 3 seed, the Lady Flying Eagles of Beckley. They lead the number 6 seed, Riverside, 35-21. We'll take a break, come back and get you ready for the Massey Power Sports halftime show when we return here on Video Productions.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Take a ride to the north side and get your big John deal at Mid-State Ford in Summersville. And here's the top 5 reasons to shop Mid-State Ford. You'll find the largest inventory, award-winning service, financing made easy for everyone, highest trade-in value. And the number 1 reason to shop Mid-State Ford is where you'll find your big John deal. Mid-State Ford in Summersville, MidStateFordWV.com.
And we welcome you to courtside here at the Massey Power Sports halftime show here at the campus of Woodrow Wilson High School with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing, Jackie Moon on camera. This is a Region 3 Class 4A elimination game. The number 6 seed Riverside taking on the 3 seed, the Lady Flying Eagles of Beckley. And right now at the break, the Flying Eagles have a 35-21 lead. Beckley has led wire to wire. Beckley scored the first 4 points of the game. We went back and forth in that first quarter. Beckley opened up a 6-point lead. Riverside came back, and Riverside hit a 3-ball by Campbell just ahead of the buzzer, about from 35-40 feet out to end the quarter, and got some momentum. But Beckley led 18-14. But Beckley's defense really changed because after Riverside able to put up 14, Beckley held them to half of that, only 7 points in the second quarter. Beckley did lead by as many as 16. The lead is 14 right now, 35-21.
Yeah, you're right. I think defensively, Beckley gave up 14 in that first quarter, and I think the multiple defenses they played a little bit of zone that really surprised, I think, Riverside. And they threw the ball away multiple times, which really, just hard entry passes, and it's just a battle in the post. And you're watching it, and our viewers are watching it. Just watch the post, how hard the young ladies are from both sides are playing.
Of course, for the loser of this game, you're eliminated. Your season's over. For the winner, you'll get a date with George Washington on Tuesday, and that's one of the good things, a little different about this year's format as opposed to previous years. As we talked on top break, there's no mulligan. You can't stub your toe and then get back into the tournament like you used to be able to do. It's one and done moving forward, and right now Beckley's halfway there to, when I say halfway there, halfway to George Washington on Tuesday as they lead by 14. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll go inside the numbers of the first half, and we'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
It's fourth down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but a touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
The path to a rewarding, well-paying career is close to home. Discover what WVU Tech graduates already know. We're a small campus with big opportunities. With hands-on experience in high-demand programs like hospitality, forensic investigations, cybersecurity, engineering, and nursing, you'll be prepared to enter the workforce, solving West Virginia's most important problems. We know that you can change the world, and it starts here at home.
Hey, Chris, are you snowed in too?
Nah, man, I'm staying nice and warm from the heat coming off all these deals at Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall.
Oh, good for you, man.
For limited time, get up to $10,500 off remaining 2024 GMC Sierra 1500 Denali's.
Hey, can I come over there?
Sure, man.
Oh, this is a lot warmer.
GMC, we are professional grade.
Back here in Beckley, still the halftime going on, a 14-point advantage for Beckley, 35-21. They led by as many as 16. As I mentioned, the lead is 14 now. We're going to go inside the numbers of the first half. Inside the numbers brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. I wish I had me a nice blue can of Pepsi. And, Eric, you have the numbers of the first half.
Yeah, and it's been a struggle still to score for Riverside. Early on, I think they had the pace of the game in their favor, Maris, with scoring 14 points in that first quarter, as you stated, but only 7 in the second quarter. They're being led tonight by Layla Campbell, their leading scorer, coming in at 13 a game. She has 10 here in the first half. And Ava Ward has really battled. I mean, a couple of shots, it seems like she just battling through, been fouled on, but she has 7 points. And her younger sister, Jada Ward, really impressed in that first quarter, got a couple of stick backs, and both of the young ladies are all over the glass. She has 4 points. Balance is the key once again for Beckley. And you said moving on forward here in the postseason that Zoe Williams and Abby Dillon, both your best players have to be your best players.
Right.
And they're stepping up doing that right now, as Zoe Williams has been able to knock down 2 threes and 3 twos for 12 points. And Abby Dillon has 1 3 and 3 and 4 twos for 12 points. And both of them are doing really good work offensively from the guard position. But Alana Ellis, hats off to her, because she is down low battling against two super talented young ladies, and she's definitely holding her own. She has 5 points. She's 3 of 4 from the free throw line, though, and that's where she's been making her living once she gets to the free throw line, cashing in.
You know, also, Eric, something we didn't touch on, Beckley's bench is a little shorter tonight because they suffered a couple of injuries.
Yes.
Wooten and Hazelwood are not available for Coach Neighbors tonight, and probably, if Beckley hangs on and wins this game, probably will not be available for Tuesday night as well.
From the looks of them, I don't think.
Yeah, because they're both on crutches.
Yeah, they're both on crutches.
And, you know, they both got braces on, and Hazelwood's got the brace on all the way up her leg, and Wooten is in a boot. So I would say if Beckley can hang on, neither one of them probably would be available for Tuesday night.
Hey, but, you know, and I think, though, the way this year has gone for Beckley, Maris, and you know this as well as I, since the games we've been doing, Coach Neighbors has been able to really get into his bench. Due to the injury of Josie, they've had to reshuffle, so a lot of kids getting a lot of playing time.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Exit Elevation Realty. Luke Richmond is the broker. You can dial him up at 304-256-0101. You can check him out at wvuexitelevation.com. Also, the game is brought in part by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley, where they have futuristic bowling every Friday and Saturday night, just $15 a person, and that includes 2 hours of unlimited bowling and rental shoes, and you can reserve your lane. It's not too late to reserve your lane for tonight, or definitely for tomorrow. You can dial them up, 304-253-7328. Well, Eric, if you are Riverside, you know, you figure, hey, you're down 14. Your season's on the line, as it is for Beckley, but Riverside down 14. What do you think that Coach Frisbee's telling his squad?
You have to go back to that first quarter formula. They were able in the first quarter to score 14, but they also went to the free throw line, meaning they were getting it into the post to the Ward sisters, and that freed up Layla Campbell a little bit as she was able to knock down a three. I think they have to go back to that formula.
And for Beckley, I think you want to continue what you're doing. You want to push the pace. You want to play the defense. Like you said, their two top scorers, Abby Dillon with 12, Zoe Williams with 12. They both come in averaging 14 a game, and each got 12 apiece in that first half.
And they're producing, and that's what they need to do. And it'll be Riverside ball right here out of the half. So let's see what the adjustments are.
So the other game going on tonight in 4A is going on over at Oak Hill. We don't have any updates yet. It is South Charleston. They are the 5 seed. That's why they're on the road against 4 seed Oak Hill. The winner of that will get St. Albans Tuesday. The winner of this will get George Washington on Tuesday. Of course, next Friday, Eric, we'll have these same two schools just on the boys' side as we'll open up tournament play. Of course, Beckley's got one more regular season left in boys. You and I will have that Tuesday night at the Raleigh County Convention Center when Bluefield and Beckley play. All right, first possession of the second half is Riverside, and let's see what the Warriors do as Beckley's in a zone. And here's the three dialed up by Campbell, who grazes the rim, but she follows the shot, tacks the basket, lays it up, and a little strong, but there's Ward on the putback to draw the foul. Nice job that time by Ava Ward. As you stated, Eric, when you were going inside the numbers, they were doing work on the glass. And that time it's like Windex as they clean the glass for the hoop and the harm.
A good job by Campbell staying with her missed jumper, getting the rebound, attacking the rim, and that just creates, when that ball goes up on the glass, one of the Ward sisters is going to get it.
The free throw doesn't go, and Burton clears the rebound.
Yeah, 1 for 3 from the free throw line.
So here's Beckley's first opportunity of the second half. Trying to get a little motion going. And here's Alana Ellis, not going to do a lot of damage that far out, just trying to give it up and now try to get it back as she gets back in the post. They find Burton. Ellis with a nice pass, a nice cut to Burton. And the ball's out of bounds. Beckley turns it over. Good defense by Riverside as Gunner will check in. We're not even a minute in to the second half, Eric, and Coach Neighbors already making the substitution.
Yeah.
As Gunner, not Gunner, but Gunner in and Burton out.
Yeah, Carson Gunner. Now I think right now he's just going to talk to Burton. I think she's in her own head because right there on the cut, she just needs to go up with the basketball. If it gets blocked, it gets blocked.
Riverside looking over that Beckley zone. Campbell on a drive, puts the shot up, it won't go, and I think Alana Ellis kind of altered that shot as she clears the rebound.
She did a great job of staying vertical, though.
Shiloh Mack is open. It'll be a 2. It won't go. Battle for the loose ball, and Riverside comes out of there with it, and it's Campbell. Layla Campbell's had an outstanding game. Here's Ward into the lane. The shot is up. It won't go. Battle for the rebound. Once again, Alana Ellis with the board for Beckley.
Yeah, you have to be strong in there when you get your hands on the basketball.
Smart play by Abby Dillon. Wasn't nothing there. Don't force it. Here's Shiloh Mack off the dribble, tacks the basket, puts the shot up. It won't go, but Ellis will clean it up and put it back up and in. Alana Ellis, right place, right time, and able to clean up the mess and put it back up and in.
Another rebound for Alana Ellis.
I guess she's like a paper towel, always cleaning up messes, right?
It up. We call her Bounty.
Yeah. Here's Campbell for 3 in the near corner. It's short. Battle for the rebound. Guess who? Ward. And whether it's Jada, and in this case it was Ava, it's usually one or the other cleaning it up, right? Getting the offensive rebound.
Yeah, sound like a law firm down there.
Yeah.
Ward.
Here's a three, too strong.
Guess who?
Yep, that was by Banks, and the ball's out of bounds over to Beckley. So Maya Sider will check in. Shiloh Mack will have a seat. Beckley's biggest lead was 16. The lead is 14, so Beckley has a chance to equal their largest lead, or if they can go up by 17, hit a three, get their largest lead of the ball game.
Yeah, let's see what they come up with right here, because they're still playing that, what I consider now, it's straight man now.
And give the ball to Abby Dillon. She'll drive, tack the basket. She'll get it back. Abby Dillon into the lane, gets the ball to Ellis. They go outside. And the ball's stolen. The ball's stolen by Bear. Layla Campbell on the drive, tacks the basket, a lot of contact. What do we got? We got a blocking foul on Sider.
And you know why that one was a blocking foul? Is because she turned sideways here.
Yeah, that's right.
You got to stay in there and take that one.
You got to stay in the square, and you got to take it in the chops. And Layla Campbell.
It's easy for us to say over here, but yeah.
Well, I mean, but it is, but that's what you have to do. Is Campbell's first free throw is no good.
And coming into that, Campbell was 3 out of 4.
And I didn't even say, or you didn't even say anything about it. Neither one of us did.
Yeah, that was just her missing that one. Maybe she'll make this one because I said it.
And she does not. She missed them both. And Carson Gunner clears the rebound for Beckley. Here's Zoe Williams. Sider will dial it up for three. It's short. And it'll be a Beckley foul, I believe, on Sider trying to follow up the missed shot.
Quick whistle, quick whistle. That's 3 on Sider.
Yep. So each team, Eric, has only been able to get 2 points, and we've played a little over 3 minutes of this third quarter. Game's kind of bogged down a little bit.
It has. Just a lot of action with no scoring.
Yeah. So here's Ward with it. This is Ava Ward. Ava Ward wears 22. Jada Ward wears 32. Ball's good hustle by Ward to keep that possession alive for Riverside.
Yeah, because if that was going to turn into a jump ball, that was going to be Beckley basketball.
Campbell puts up a three. It's short, but she got her own rebound. Campbell into the lane, puts up the shot. It won't go. Offensive rebound and a foul on Alana Ellis. And once again, a good job by Jada Ward. She got great position for the rebound, and she'll draw the foul and get to the line as we watch the replay.
And I think Alana's going, man, I need some help down here. I need some help down here. It's tough with two young ladies that crash the boards like they do.
So it'll be Jada Ward at the free throw line. First free throw is no good. And I think you would agree, this is one area
that they both have to work on.
Work on the free throw is Burton will check back into the Beckley lineup.
Hey, if you're going to go to the free throw line, as both of them will,
right,
you need to be able to they need to be 70, 80%.
You're right. As active as they are around the rim and the glass, if you get fouled a lot, you said you're going to get to the line. You're going to get to the line 10, 11 times. She missed both of them. You've got to be able to cash in from the line.
That's for sure.
So back the other way. Here comes Beckley with it. Zoe Williams on the attack. Passes down low to Gunner, and Gunner able to finish. A beautiful pass and a nice play by Gunner. Able to catch, shoot, and score, and this equals the largest lead of the game.
You need to call out these picks, dude.
Yeah, here's Bear. The dribble got a little high on her. Trying to get the ball down low to Ward. Good hustle by the young lady for Beckley, Burton, but she was out of bounds. It'll stay with Riverside. Coach Brian Neighbors not happy about something. He's getting on one of the referees over there on the far side. Here's Ward on the drive. A lot of traffic. Contact. Yeah, a lot of contact, a lot of traffic. And Beckley comes out of there with it. Good hustle by Gunner, getting the ball to Ellis. Now here's Abby Dillon with it. And that's a smart play, Abby Dillon. Nothing there, don't force it. Whips a pass inside to Alana Ellis. Drops it off down low for Gunner. She'll draw the foul and get to the line.
Great high-low.
Yes.
And you know what I like? What Gunner did, went straight up with it. No, didn't bring it down. Yes. Great pass. Great entry there.
And beautiful feed by Ellis to Gunner.
Well, you got to get up and finish that. And Gunner, she has a nice stroke at this free throw line, too. She's going to be a real good free throw shooter.
Well, both of them, Gunner just a sophomore and only a junior for Ellis. They'll both be back next year as the first free throws. You couldn't even jinx it when you tried. Not that you tried. I'm only kidding about that. 17-point lead, largest lead of the game. But, they're going to have these double low posts back next year. Gunner, and you would think if Gunner continues to progress the way she is, she should probably be a starter next year, as she's getting a lot of minutes now. She makes both of them. Biggest lead of the game right here. So an 18-point advantage. This is the biggest lead of the game. And it's been tough for Riverside. They've only scored 2 points in this quarter.
Yeah, and it was just like a carbon copy of the second quarter.
Yeah.
As
a turnover. Burton catches it from Abby Dillon, goes up and scores, and she's fouled.
Nice ball fake under control finally right there.
And, the pass was good, too. It didn't lead her too much. It led her right to the basket as we watched the replay. As Abby Dillon made the right pass right there, Burton able to catch. A little head fake off the glass and draw the foul. And now Beckley is trying to run away and hide. They have their biggest lead of the game. And the free throw is good. Riverside's only scored 2 points in this quarter, and we're coming up on the 3-minute mark in it. So we played 5 minutes. New player into the ball game for Riverside. That's Newsom. She didn't play in the first half.
Yeah, and she's the one who picked up the foul on the ensuing play by Beckley.
They get it to Campbell. She'll dial up the three. It won't go. A lot of Campbell's shots have been short. And when Gunner caught the ball, she's standing on the inline.
Yeah, a lot of Ellis tipped it to her. Well, she grabbed it. She's out of bounds.
Yeah, she's out of bounds. But, one of the things we talked about on top, Eric, is there's a foul on a lot of Ellis. As Ward will get to the line, that will be Ava Ward. What we talked about, and Coach Frisbee telling me before the game, they just had a hard time scoring. And like I mentioned, this is their 22nd game, 21 regular season games, and now this postseason game. And in their previous 21 games, Eric, they only scored 50 or more twice. They've had a hard time scoring.
Yeah, we can see.
And they've missed a ton of free throws now.
Because that's 9 points for Ava Ward, and she's 0 of her last 2 in this quarter.
Avalon Lynch will check in as this free throw is made. So 1 of 2 is made by Ward.
And that will put Ava Ward into double figures.
Alana Ellis will have a seat. And like I said,
much needed rest.
Yeah, she played as she always does. In fact, she's had a great season.
Great season.
She does. She can score, but she does all the dirty work.
Well, hey, tonight she's had to battle like a two-headed monster down
on both ends of the floor.
Yes. It's been.
Here's Gunner high post. Abby Dillon on the baseline drive, and she traveled. Yep. And she come up a little lame, I believe.
Took a knee to the thigh. That's one of those Charlie horse.
Yeah, we watched the replay there as she goes on the baseline right about
right there. It was an incidental knee to the thigh.
So Beckley with a 20-point lead. They're led by as many as 21. Beckley led 18-14 at the quarter, 35-21 at the break. Coming up on the 2-minute mark here of the third quarter.
A lot of young talent for both teams out there right now, because if you look at Beckley, minus Abby Dillon, you have freshman, sophomore, junior.
Yeah, Ward misses that last shot. Here's Gunner. Thought about the three. Avalon Lynch will step into a three. Got a good look. Just left it a little strong. Hits the back iron. And they go down and hustle. We got a held ball, and that'll keep it with Beckley. Good hustle by both Zoe Williams and Donya Burton to keep the possession for Beckley.
To get on the ground,
yeah,
too.
That's what I'm saying.
Both with this lead, to the floor.
With this lead, you had to get on the wood there to get on the deck. Like I said, there's a difference between regular season basketball and postseason basketball.
Yeah, on every level.
Right, this is an elimination game. Here's Avalon Lynch, and puts up a three. She took 2 threes on that possession and not able to knock it down. And here's a short shot by Ward, not there. And here's Zoe Williams on the move. Contact the basket, bounce pass to Burton. Burton lays it up and in. Eric, I thought that's a play that Zoe Williams could have just kept going all the way to the rim.
Yeah, but she's a complete basketball player,
very
unselfish,
and
she makes the right plays.
The right play, a nice bounce pass to Burton, lays it up and in. Like I said, Riverside, especially in this quarter, Eric, it's been a struggle to score. They've only scored 3 points. As there's a shot off the glass is no good, and Campbell, who started off good from the line, has struggled as we watch the replay here.
It's going to be on Gunner right here. The foul. And everything was done right defensively right there for Beckley. You just can't swat. I hope they go home and watch this. If you stay straight up as a defender, go vertical as Campbell was able to get one to fall. Broke the string of 3 straight misses from the free throw line. But back to what I was saying, Gunner, you go straight up.
Got 1 of 2, but Ward with a nice rebound, and the putback won't go. And Zoe Williams comes out of there with a rebound. And once again, Ward was in there. Here's Abby Dillon open for 3 on its way. Good. Right down the chute. Ring the bell from downtown for Abby Dillon. Final minute of the third, and Beckley has opened it up. Campbell down the lane, and she'll draw the foul. Of course, Beckley's over the limit, but it was in the act of shooting anyway, Eric. And Campbell will get back to the line.
I didn't see who that was whistled on.
I
think it was on
maybe Gunner.
Maybe Gunner again.
Maybe.
That'll be her second. And I think we're going to get an insertion of Rachel Pritt. We'll see her first action, another young player. Look on your sheet. I think she may be a sophomore.
Pritt, I believe she is. Let me find her on here.
Rachel Pritt, number 30.
Yep, she's sophomore. And she's getting inserted to the game for the first time tonight as Campbell makes the first of 2 with 50 seconds left here in the third quarter. Winner will play George Washington Tuesday night at George Washington. Offensive rebound, the putback. Does a great rebound by Ward. Missed it, then got it back and puts it up and in and draws the foul. What a nice play that was by Ava Ward.
Yeah, I mean, she's all Windex for sure.
Yeah, good hustle.
Kept the ball alive, shot it, rebound.
And you can see the disgust look on Beckley coach Brian Neighbors. If you look across the way over, shaking his head, he's disgusted at that play that Ward was able to get a rebound, get her own rebound, and put it back in and draw the foul.
Yeah, Ward has 12.
There's Zoe Williams, a lot of contact, no whistle. Now they do call a foul. I thought she was fouled the first time around that they didn't call it, but the second time for sure, and Zoe Williams will step to the line. And Zoe Williams, has she scored in this quarter?
No.
No, I didn't think she had.
Assisted on a few baskets as she will get to the free throw line, her first free throw attempts of the evening.
And, that's a good thing with a good player, because as Zoe Williams makes the first of 2, you don't always have to score to be a good player, and Zoe Williams does so much for this team, and now that's her 13th point of the ball game.
Well, I've always said she reminds me of a seasoned player, because you don't have to search for your points. Points will come when you're good. She's 14 points. But she's doing everything.
Yeah.
She's doing everything on the court. Rebounding, playing good D, and facilitating.
Here's Campbell. She'll dial it up from 3. Good. Good-looking shot for Campbell. She rings the bell from downtown. Let's see if
15
Beckley
for Campbell.
Beckley probably hold it for the final shot here of the third quarter, final 15 seconds. Burton finds Avalon Lynch. She's open. That's not going to go. Could tell when she shot it. She shot it from her hip, and that's why I knew that one wasn't going to go. Riverside's got time. Final 5 seconds of the third. Campbell beat the buzzer at the first, and the shot is partially blocked, and that's the end of 3. At the end of the third quarter, it's Beckley 51, Riverside 32. We'll be back with the fourth and final quarter right after this on Video Productions.
It's 4th down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but Brian moves! Incredible! A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it!
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by West Virginia Orthopedic and Trauma, Dr. John Tabbitt. Whether you're in a car accident or a sports-related injury, Dr. Tabbitt and his staff will get you right back on your feet. They're located at Woodcrest Drive in Beckley. I got to correct myself. I said at the end of 3 it was 51-32. I just wrote it down wrong. The actual score is 51-32 31. And I appreciate the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producer and director extraordinaire, as he was able to point that out to me. And we got to make sure we get that right, partner?
That's right. You know, that's why we're a good trio here, because we checks and balances always here.
Yes. All right, so here's Abby Dillon. Maybe can get a steal. Good hustle down on the floor. Great play by Abby Dillon.
What hustle.
Yeah, you know, and that will change the possession back to Beckley. You got a 20-point lead. As we watch the replay, you know, Eric, things like this don't show up in the stat sheet.
Didn't give up on it.
What a great hustle play by Abby Dillon.
She wanted that 50-50 ball, and that's a great play.
So Beckley now, in turn, will have the first possession. As Sider has a good look. She puts it on the deck. A little floater into the lane is good.
You know what? I've never cheered for, a ball to go in for anyone. I mean, she does. She deserves to score. She works hard. Great soccer player.
Yeah.
Finally got her a bucket.
Fine young lady. We've got to meet her over the last couple of years doing these games. And now Riverside, as they'll turn it over. But like I said, Riverside, what's going on with him tonight is pretty much what's going on with him all year. They've just had a hard time putting the ball in the basket. And you credit a lot of Beckley defense to that, but still.
But I will also say this, though. These young ladies, they shouldn't leave this gymnasium. The sky's the limit. They have a lot of pieces. Got to get some better guard play, develop that. But you have some post presence, and what a good-looking shot.
Yeah, 15-footer by Zoe Williams from the right elbow, even though she missed it. But you're right, Riverside, I think their future is bright if they can keep these girls together and keep on this team. There's a three in and out. That's a tough luck miss that time from Newman.
And what all these young ladies need to know, though, you have to get shot. What a travel.
Yeah.
You have to get shots up.
Zoe Williams, you're right. There's clearly a travel on Burton that they missed as they got the ball down low to Zoe Williams. She's able to score. But go ahead and finish your thought.
You have to get shot. I mean, you can't – once this game ends tonight, you have to get in there. The rest of this, basketball players are made in the summer. Teams are made in the fall.
Right. You got to put the work in. Campbell attacks the basket. It won't go. Burton able to strip the rebound away from Ward. Beckley on the move. Burton attacks the basket, goes all the way to the rim, lays it up and in, and draws the foul.
Yeah, that's what she can do.
And that's what Coach Brian Neighbors needs her to do, as that was a tremendous play.
Strong rebound on one end and would not be denied.
Watch the finish.
This is what we call back in the day coast to coast, right?
Yeah.
And look, she had an extra gear right here.
That's right. Attacks the basket and draws the foul. We'll try to polish off a three-point play. Got a new player for Riverside into the ball game. Sarah Barley for her first time. And Barley's a sophomore. She did not play in the first half. She's into the game now as Burton will try to polish off a three-point play. And this is an area, Eric, where you and I have always talked about where she has struggled, and that one's not close. But that's really what she needs to do. She really needs to work on those free throws. And I'm sure she's well aware of that. Here's Campbell with it. Campbell on the drive. They cut her off. Finds Ward. Ward attacks the basket off the glass. It won't go. Lon Ellis there for the rebound. Little floater by Sider.
Sider said, I found my spot.
Yep. She's faked the three. And Beckley, with that little floater by Sider, have now scored the first 8 points here in the third. On an 8-0 run.
And 4 of them by Sider.
Here's Campbell finding a free spot. And I don't know how you can forget her. She's such a good player. And Campbell able to get the ball right of the lane and lay it up and in. Here's Zoe Williams down the lane, tacks the basket, and will draw the foul.
Oh, no, now she came up a little lame.
Yep, she's hobbling a little bit. And, you know, some people, as we watch this player, she's going to shoot free throws. But, you know.
Oh, she stepped on her foot.
You got to finish games. There might be somebody at home saying, well, with this big a lead, why has Coach Neighbors still got his players out there? But you got to finish the game. I mean, this can happen at any time, any portion of the game. You have to have players be able to finish the game.
Yeah, but that was just incidental, just driving the middle, stepped on a foot. But
now, Eric, if she makes them both, now they'll probably take her out and bring Gunner in, because they definitely want to check to make sure that there's nothing outside of, because she's still in a lot of pain.
I tell you what, that ankle might be bad, but that stroke right there is.
She's in a lot of pain, as Gunner will check in for Lon Ellis, and maybe they're going to keep her in the game, or maybe they're going to send Shiloh Mack in for her. As Mack will go to the scorer's table. She misses the second one, but she's hobbling around. She can't stay in the game, Eric.
Yeah, you might.
Yeah, they might have called timeout or commit a foul. As Campbell shoots a 15-footer. She can't. Yeah, and now they're going to. Yeah, she's got to come out of the game.
Yeah, I hate to see that.
So with this lead, Eric, 60-33, with 5:29 left in the game, I wouldn't think we'd see Zoe Williams anymore tonight, but they got to check her out and make sure, because for Beckley to have any chance, they got to have her healthy and playing her best Tuesday night at George Washington.
She checks out with 17. Great floor game. 3 out of 4 from the free throw line.
Yeah, she's in a lot of pain as I watch her over there putting the jersey up over her face.
Well, we know how the toughness she has, and when you step on someone's foot like that and turn and roll that ankle, it didn't look good.
Gunner will dial it for 3. That's a little strong. I could tell when she shot it. Battle for the loose ball, and I think they're going to get Shiloh Mack for the foul.
Shiloh Mack will pick up her.
Yeah, she's trying to walk it off. Speaking of Zoe Williams, right there behind the Beckley bench, assistant coach Gene Neighbors walking with her. So walking down that little tunnel. And so coming up on the 5-minute mark of this one, this is Region 3 Class 4A. And Beckley looks like they're on their way with a date Tuesday night against George Washington. That game will start at 7 o'clock. And the one thing, Riverside continue to play hard. The ball's knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with the Warriors. Avalon Lynch will check into the Beckley lineup. And Abby Dillon will have a seat. And it's a good bet, Eric, that Abby Dillon's night is done as well.
Yeah, right here. And what a well of a game, Abby Dillon. The first possession of this quarter really epitomized what she brings to the table, because you're up big and 50-50 ball, and she gets on the floor and gets that jersey dirty one more time at home.
Campbell trying to find a space. Here's a 3 off the glass. That won't go. That was by a new player. Is that a new player in the game, I think? No, I beg your pardon. I didn't see who took that. Ham, maybe?
Yes, Ham took it.
There's Gunner off the glass, up and in. But, Tuesday night, and looks like it's going to be Beckley. And George Washington really had their way with Beckley in the game played up here that you and I did. And they won that game. I don't recall, don't have the score in front of me.
Actually, I didn't do the game. That was you and Maddie.
Oh, and Maddie and I, okay.
It was on a Wednesday night.
We've done so many games.
Yes.
But
anyway, I watched that game, and you're right. Their guard play really took over.
Was really good. And for Beckley to go down there and
it was like a 50-35, something like that.
First of all, George Washington's very good. Second of all, you got to play them in their building. But for Beckley to have a legit chance, I think you agree, Eric, that Zoe Williams and Abby Dillon, their 2 best players, really have to be not just their 2 best players, but maybe have to go beyond being their 2 best players.
One of them have to have an extraordinary game, which I'm telling you, Zoe Williams at any time, I think she can get 30 if need be.
And Burton could be the X factor if she can do that. If she attacks the basket off the dribble, gets to the rim, and banks the shot in.
And Burton quietly in double figures with 12.
So Beckley's going to get this win. 3-12 away from doing it. Here's Campbell dialing up a 3. That's too strong. Long rebound out to Shiloh Mack.
And this is where Shiloh Mack has really improved her patience with getting the basketball, not panicking. And comes from getting this experience, with the injuries and playing.
We got a foul on the drive, or is it on the shot? That's my cider, I think. Maybe on the shot.
It would be on the drive.
As Pritt will check in.
And I think Burton probably would be done for the evening.
Emma Kidd will check in for Riverside. You're right, it is on the drive. Also, Banks back into the ball game. As Maya Sider will put the ball in play. I see over there they got an ice pack on the foot of Zoe Williams across the way at the Beckley bench. That 3 is no good, and coming out of there with the rebound is Sarah Barley for Riverside. Barley has it now. She'll dial up a 3 on its way. Good looking shot. Sarah Barley rings the bell from downtown.
Barley says, put me in, coach. I'm instant offense.
And Beckley Brian Neighbors wants a timeout. 2:31 remaining here in the ball game. A full timeout. We'll take it with them. Be right back here on Video Productions.
Doesn't wait, so neither should your care. Whether it's a cough, fever, or stomach bug, Access Plus is here for those urgent moments.
From bumps and bruises to stitches and even x-rays, we've got you covered with extended hours and walk-in care for the whole family.
You do not have to be an Access Health patient to be seen. No appointments, no hassle, just quality care when you need it.
Access Health, where care meets community.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
2.5 left in this one, and Beckley, Eric, looks like they're going to be well on their way with the date with George Washington on Tuesday. This is Region 3, 4A, and for Riverside, their season's going to end. But I think if you're Riverside, yes, you'd be disappointed. It's been a tough sleigh for them pretty much all year. But as we said, I think they've got a good core group that if they stay together and keep themselves healthy and, like you said, get into gym and work on their craft, I think that with the youth that they have going on and some of the other players, I think Riverside has a chance that they can grow and be a much more competitive team next year.
Yeah, definitely. The pieces are there. Puzzle just needs to be, put together, and some work needs to be put in.
So here's Beckley now. They've got all their starters out of the game, and 2:20 left. Here's Sider, flipped it up, missed it, got a rebound, and she'll draw the foul.
I mean, she's improved.
Much improved.
Much improved.
As we're going to have another player check into the ball game.
Don't have this one.
No, I don't have.
I think they moved up with the injuries.
Yeah, they must have, because we don't have it. We'll have to figure that out. As Sider's free throw's good.
5 points in the quarter for Sider.
So Beckley with this lead of 65-36. Sider's second free throw is good. And it's a 30-point game. So, they beat them. Beckley beat Riverside 56-24 back on February 13th. There's a nice backdoor cut. The shot is up and in. That's a nice play that time as Banks able to catch, shoot, and score.
Yeah, good-looking play.
And what do we got? Timeout maybe? Maybe a rolling timeout. 30-second timeout. Why we got a 30-second timeout? Tell you that tonight's game is brought to you by Allstate Insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate, and you're in good hands with Lori Richmond as your agent. Also, the game tonight is brought to you in part by Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel, the Old Country Store, locations in Beckley and Princeton. So, Eric, we got 1:55 left in this one. 56-38 to score. A win for Beckley tonight will put them at George Washington Tuesday night.
Well, they got what they wanted, another shot at George Washington, and it's postseason. Just got to go down there and let the chips fall where they may.
South Charleston and Oak Hill playing over at Oak Hill tonight. We don't have any score updates. The winner of that will have to go to St. Albans on Tuesday, and then the winners of Tuesday's game will punch their ticket to the 2025 Girls State Basketball Tournament in Charleston, March the 11th. I don't have it in front of me. I think it's the 11th through the 15th.
Yep.
Here's actually, I said all the starters out. Actually, Shiloh Mack did start the game, and she's in there now. 1:46 left. There's a blocked shot. Is Ward able to block that shot? Jada Ward. A minute and a half remaining in this. So we'll see if Beckley can be able to carry some of this momentum. I'm not sure, Eric, and I think you'd agree. It's a nice play by Campbell. She just missed the shot. I don't know that when you get into any, maybe the season, but I don't know about tournament, that you can take. There's a pass. Sider, a little short shot off the glass, won't go. Ward comes down the rebound. What I was going to say, Eric, I don't think you can go from one tournament game to another if Campbell dials up a three and a splashdown. But I don't think you can take momentum off of one tournament game, and I don't know if it carries over to another.
Well, no, you just take your positive plays and just try to coach. Coach is going to coach him up as Avalon Lynch.
Nice play by Avalon Lynch.
Gets in the books.
She went hard to the glass and able to finish. Final 40 seconds of this. We'll have a quick wrap-up in the Pioneer Community Bank post-game show. So Riverside will be eliminated, and Beckley will take on George Washington Tuesday as Campbell tries one more three, and that was from downtown Quincy.
She's a three-ball senior, correct?
Yeah, and you want to know where downtown Quincy is? That's where Riverside's located, as that was a deep three.
Yeah, I think I lost you down there one time.
Of course, not too far from there, the home of Randy Moss.
Randy Moss.
Of course, myself and G. Neighbors, the current Beckley assistant, and Randy Moss, we went to the Nike camp together 30-plus years ago. Me, G. Neighbors, Randy Moss, and the 6'11" kid named Melvin Whitaker, and Kevin Garnett all lived together. How about that?
OKG.
Yeah. They called him with the big ticket. I think that's what they call him, with 8.8 seconds. So Beckley's going to advance. 68-44 lead, and like I said, it'll be Beckley and George Washington. That game will tip at 7 o'clock Tuesday. Eric, you and I will be at the Raleigh County Convention Center. We'll have Beckley's boys' final regular season game Tuesday against Bluefield Campbell. One more chance. Got it. She's hit 3 from probably 40 feet tonight, right?
Easy.
Wow. She dials up that 3, and that's going to make the final score Beckley 68, Riverside 47. But that young lady.
She scored 9 points in the last 18 seconds.
Yeah. And then they were like deep threes. So Beckley wins. They will advance. Riverside's been eliminated. We'll take a break and come back and get you ready for the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show coming up next here on Video Productions.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Welcome, folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General Store. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General Store, where creativity meets convenience. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Seconds on the clock. He hands it off. Finds a hole in the middle. Clear. Nothing but Brian moves. A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza. Better with Pepsi.
Take a ride to the north side and get your Big John deal at Mid-State Ford in Summersville. And here's the top 5 reasons to shop Mid-State Ford. You'll find the largest inventory, award-winning service, financing made easy for everyone, highest trade-in value. And the number 1 reason to shop Mid-State Ford is where you'll find your Big John deal. Mid-State Ford in Summersville. MidStateFordWV.com.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
And we welcome you back to Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School here in the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show. Final score in this Region 3 Class 4A elimination game. Beckley, they defeat Riverside 68-47. Beckley leads wire to wire. They scored the first 4 points of the game. They never looked back. They led 18-14 at the end of the quarter. They led by as many as 16 in the first half before leading 35-21, a 14-point lead at the break. They extended that lead to a 20-point lead at the end of 3, 51-31, and they win the ball game 68-47. So Riverside's season is done for the 24-25 season. Riverside will finish their year at 5-17. Beckley will go 12-8, and Beckley will punch their ticket in a region final against George Washington on Tuesday night. The winner of that game will go to the state tournament. We're going to go inside the numbers of this Beckley win, and inside the numbers are brought to you by Pepsi. Need me a nice cold Pepsi, a blue can of Pepsi. And, Eric, you have the numbers of this big Beckley victory.
Yeah, Riverside was able to get great production from their leading scorer. Out of the 47 points, Layla Campbell really – she put on the show there late in the game. She wound up, Maris, making 5 threes, 3 twos, went to the free throw line 10 times, made 5 of those for 26 points.
And, you know, Eric, she made 3 threes of at least 35 feet.
Yeah, I mean, 26 points. She played well. Hats off to a young lady. She's a senior, So this will be her last
final game. Yep.
Final game, and she played a real nice game. But Ava Ward still recovering from the knee injury, came back and played strong. I mean, battled all night with Alana Ellis. She had 12 points on 5 2-point field goals, but the only Achilles heel, and I think she needs to work on, she went to the free throw line 6 times and only cashed in on 2 of them. Collectively, her and her sister went to the free throw line 9 times and only made 2 free throws because Jada Ward finishes with 4, but was 0 of 3 from the free throw line. As a team, Maris, Riverside went to the free throw line 19 times, made 7. That's 37%.
Not good.
So, yeah, that's not very good. But wound up with 47 points tonight. Beckley, on the other hand, they made 22-point field goals, 6 3-point field goals. Went to the free throw line 20 times, made 14 of them. That's 70%. And had double-figure scores, and their 2 leading scorers were 3 double-figure scores. 17 from Zoe Williams, who exited the game, and we wish her well because they're going to need a healthy Zoe Williams to even try to win at George Washington. She had 17. Abby Dillon in her final game here at Beckley. What a career. Played really well, played hard, led the charge, or led the offense. She had 15 points. And Danya Burton stayed the course. Only had 3 points at halftime, finished with 12, but played a great defensive floor game. And they're going to need her Tuesday for GW. And Carson Gunner off the bench really played well down low, battling the Ward sisters. She had 7, and Mia Sider, we got to get a shout out to her because she came in, played all 4 quarters, but really played great in that final quarter. She scored 6 points for Beckley. Rounding out the scoring will be Shallow Mack, who set the tone for the team, scored the first buckets of the contest. And Beckley, out of their 68 points, had contributions for everyone.
Yeah, so Beckley wins the ball game, 68-47. Like we told you, Riverside season's over. Beckley will march on Tuesday to take on George Washington. The winner of that game will go to the state tournament. Eric, before we say our goodbyes, your brief thought of Beckley and George Washington for the winner. They punched their ticket to the state tournament. For the loser, their season's over.
Yeah, well, all the pressure is really on George Washington and Beckley. Your young team, minus Abby Dillon, you just go down there and play your game. Beckley's going to have to play dang on near perfect to go down there and win. And what I mean by that is not self-inflicted wounds. You can't turn the ball over. You got to play defense without fouling. You can't get any of those big 3, Danya Burton or Abby or Zoe Williams, in foul trouble and have any chance of winning down there.
All right, that'll do it from here tonight in Beckley. We appreciate, as always, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, doing a great job producing and directing. Jackie Moon on camera. For my partner, Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry, repeating the final score of this Region 3 Class 4A elimination game. Beckley defeats Riverside 68-47. Good night, everybody.